Go back to the OlimoLeague. It's the Dream Pool edition. It's the first week ever using the Dream Pool, and well, we get two T's in front of us. So Imba all around. Am I right? Spotty here at the top left corner of the map. It is, of course, MVP's Red Terran player Center, who's actually won quite a few OlimoLeagues, I believe.
All right, cool. Well, in the bottom right, we've got our pink Terran player, currently teamless. It is Keen.
Keen's an interesting character. I think we've seen quite a bit of Keen actually in the OlimoLeagues, just generally speaking, but for the most part, like, I haven't seen him do much else recently, you know? Like, shows up for the IM qualifiers, doesn't qualify. See him in the Leaf Fang Cup, already does okay, but doesn't quite finish. Like, I'm not sure what's going on with Keen, because Keen's always been this player I really enjoyed watching, but yeah, I don't know, not a lot of success recently.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. I don't know. I've always liked to watch Keen myself, so we'll see how he does today.
Yeah,
well, guess first for both players, by the way, I think.
I was trying to remember going back to the OlimoLeagues. Looks like I'm just like dead wrong here. I think like Center won like a monthly final. Come on, OlimoLeague. Hang on, I'm just checking through everything. Because I realized as I was thinking, like, I think Center's been in the finals. Okay, there we go. He won one of the monthly finals. I'm not totally dumb here.
Yeah.
But yeah, the reason I was bringing this up, guys, is Center's got to be one of the more frequent players in the OlimoLeague. Like, it's really cool we see some players come back like the Axiom guys, but that's kind of expected because it's the Axiom team manager who hosts and single-handedly admins this tournament herself. Big shout out to OlimoLeague. But yeah, for Center's sake here, it's not like he's there's no showing up every week doesn't give you bonus points, right? Like, it doesn't help you win a game better per se, yeah. But it's just it's nice seeing one of the regulars constantly coming out and having these guys you can be like, oh yeah, I've seen Center like the last 3 weeks. What's up?
And it's I mean it's good practice as well, you know, to practice. Don't get so nervous versus really good players like opponents or whatever, and it's a lot of good players in these.
It's funny you bring up practice actually, because we've never had to really dance around players not wanting to be cast before for the OlimoLeague, but with the Hot 6 Cup coming up in Korea, it's actually been a little bit more painful trying to find players who want to be cast in this tournament. So
yeah,
not that it's been a big problem, and it is. I don't foresee it being, but there have been a couple people, and I think Ryung's one of the ones today, guys. We love Ryung to death, but he's requesting not to be cast a lot, so we'll probably not get to see him unless he makes it to the finals. But either way, like I said, if you guys look at the brackets, the top half of the bracket is so Terran focused for today. Like, I wasn't too shocked that we had a TVT to cast, because of course it was like Keen versus Supernova. Keen beat out Supernova 2-1, which actually I find impressive because Supernova's TVT is really good leading into this one. The winner of this will play the winner of Impact versus either State or Revival, so that would be kind of an interesting semifinals match.
Yeah, I like that. Huh?
But I also really like that Keen and Center both walled off the front. Ohana is one of those, again, this is kind of like I feel like a Daybreak sort of map, but this is one of the ones you would get macro games on, right? No matter what the races were.
Yeah.
But you still have to be worried about like those 1-1-1 openers with Hellions running by. Ooh, barely doesn't go that speed. There we go. So, I mean, TVT, I feel, doesn't get affected by this map a lot. Not until it comes to third base, fourth base, that's when Siege Tanks start coming out too. But the openers, both players playing it safe. Center's expecting... I'm not sure why he's like actually at the range over here. He's expecting a Banshee, but...
Widow mine! Oh my god.
He saw that, backed away immediately. For those who don't know, you can actually see the wind mines like for but 1.5 seconds before they actually shoot. He actually just elevators up completely around it. That is so cool.
Yeah, that was a good reaction. Well, Banshee coming across the map now, so oh, he's gonna miss the Viking. The Viking's gonna miss the Banshee, I think. That could be disastrous. Oh my god.
Actually, I don't know if I like the Banshee going across the map or not.
He's making a turn now.
He's got a... The problem is, like, yeah, there's a follow-up of a Raven, not another Banshee, right? Like, that's what makes it so scary. You can't really engage into this.
Yeah. Well, Banshee comes in. How good of a read is that, though? Making those 2 turrets blindly? Like, what is he seeing to, you know, make him know that it's going to be for sure a Banshee? And he kills the Banshee now with the second Viking in the turret, so really nice defense by Keen.
Yeah, I want to say, like, it kind of makes sense. It's TVT. Banshees are such a common part of the matchup. It's one of the things you can really guess at.
Yeah. This is just like he didn't see
what the
anything,
hell?
and he makes 2 turrets and an NG bay. Like that's a big investment. So, well,
My
Works
connection's
out for
doing
him.
weird stuff today, man. I don't know what's going on. It was like stuttering a little bit last time. This time it just like totally looked like it froze. I'm gonna have to
Oh.
perhaps look into some stuff after this game here, guys. But until it affects the players, we won't freak out too much.
hmm
But this sort of soft contain is kind of gross because center can't really push down this ramp. If he does, concave is just gonna slaughter him as he comes in 1 or 2 at a time. If he has an auto turret, that might actually just barely be enough to allow him to push out of here.
Yeah. What I find a bit awkward though is like Center's command center, like his Banshee got killed almost for free. He didn't really do any damage at all. But his command center is quicker and his supply is a bit higher and he's got a bit more SCVs. Like he's a bit ahead in every regard. It almost seems like.
Almost catches that army off guard. The reason he's moving instead of attacking, guys, is you want to get everything down that ramp. But all right, so the quote-unquote contain here broken. Wasn't really that big of a deal in the first place. Vikings are going to be a bit of a nuisance moving the command center over, but a nuisance more than a real threat. Banshee has no energy coming across the map. I don't know. This is weirdly just kind of balancing out. A little bit of damage down here at the start. Nothing too crazy on either side. The Banshee dying did suck, but I mean, I don't know. This is just going to possibly be a macro game. I still, with the Dream Pool being as new as it is, guys, like, I still don't know where a lot of these pros sit. Like I said before, some players like Center were probably like, I don't know, maybe more inclined to play StarCraft 2 than Brood War right away, so these maps might not be so unfamiliar to them. But the thing is, it's not like you throw a new map into the pool and everyone's like, whoa, how do I deal with this? Quite the contrary. In fact, we saw, was it the most recent Team Liquid mapping competition, the one that had Habitation Station selected from it. Oh, it's doing this again. What the hell? Oh. Is this me?
Oh no.
Is it saying I'm lagging out right now?
Yeah, actually.
Why? I'm like...
is it the kind of thing where you can see it? Like, can you see yourself lagging out, I mean, on the screen, or?
This is waiting for server.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways, hopefully this gets resolved. I don't know what could be causing this, because I'm not actually lagging. Like, anyways, this 2 tank, 8 marine drop is like one of the most powerful moves you can do in TBT. Like, the Muslim jokes around all the time about how this is kind of like an auto win sometimes, and it's so easy to pull off. And really, as we see, it's just it's causing so much free damage, and it's gonna be really hard to break. Is what makes this so frustrating. He will break this, make no mistake, guys. But SCVs were pulled off the line. Marines are gonna die for this. I mean, this is messy no matter how you look at it.
Yeah, that was kind of brave though, because he sent in the Banshee to kill like 3 SCVs, and then he kind of left it there, which I felt was a mistake. But yeah, the Banshee died without forcing in scans. But what he saw with that Banshee was 3 Vikings, and then going for like a full 2 medivac drop.
That is ballsy.
Like, it has the potential to do like quite a bit of damage, sure, but I mean, knowing that there's so many Vikings, you're never gonna get out. So it felt like a pretty big risk, but.
Actually, no, that's a great point. I didn't really think about that. The 3 Vikings that were out so early.
Yeah.
Zek shut that down pretty quickly. But, anyways, I mean, so Center gets have to wonder, like, was that worth it? You killed like 10 tanks for the cost, or 10 SCVs for the cost of like 2 tanks, 8 Marines. Like, the answer is kind of yes, because you know your opponent doesn't have a fast enough counterattack. Like, if this was like 4GG and this was all Hellions, then maybe Keen's already counterattacking, and maybe the lack of tanks over Center is a bigger deal than it is. But as we see, by the time Keen's actually gotten across the map, Center's built up a pretty admirable defense. And I didn't really notice, but Keen's SCV count is really behind now because of this.
Yeah.
Quite a bit, actually, more than I thought it was going to be. Anyways, does start unloading on top of the tanks one at a time. He's going to kill one of the tanks. Nice fire from the low ground. This Viking's going to give him that sort of vision superiority that's so frustrating to deal with. But again, like, this is going to be a nuisance for Center. I don't think this should be anything close to game ending. It's going to take like a big blunder for Center to lose the game to like something as small as this.
Yeah, turret harassing the natural of King actually as well with that Raven. It's kind of cute. I guess he realizes that he's not really going to be able to use the Raven back at home because there's these Vikings. So
I like that move. That's actually not a bad choice. Losing that reactor really sucks actually here on the starport. This reminds me of Yansu, where you, as a champ player, could never build too close to that cliff where the Reaper would get up because things like this would happen. Your tech labs, your reactors will all be sniped off. Good tank positioning. Does almost take out the Vikings. If you got rid of that last Viking, he could have perhaps started claiming back some air superiority here, but Sadly, not quite the case. Gonna land on top of this tank. Oh, friendly fire's a hell of a thing.
Dropping the main of Keen right now, and Keen actually has some Marines in his main, so nicely done by him to leave those behind, but I don't think it's going to be enough versus this Medivac.
I can't believe how much these tanks can reach here in Hampshire. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
Supply depots, reactors, like, this has been so frustrating to deal with.
What a race, right?
I think the Marines could actually stim. Yeah, they should be able to stim win the Medivac here, but it's only going to be like 1 or 2 Marines left after, so we'll see. I mean, Keen should be able to clean this up, right? Like, this shouldn't be that bad. There we go. Meanwhile, it's starting to really get aggressive here. Doesn't have a lot of buffer for the tanks. Like, normally you want way more Marines in the front lines, but still this annoyingly tactical positioning is keeping center from being able to do much.
Yeah, it is quite annoying. It is distracting center a lot by the looks of things. You see his mineral count is getting pretty high right now, and it's like to kill the rocks as well.
I forgot about those. Man, there's so many parts of this map that are coming back. It's like, you know, the first time we see it, we're going to be like, oh, sick, the rocks! But then, like, you know, that's it. Oh, yeah. Right, they're there. This counterattack potential, though, is quite large.
Yeah.
Like, he can't quite apply the same pressure to Keen. The positioning just doesn't complement him in this way. Oh my god, is the Sam lagging out again? Are you serial? Sorry, I don't know. I'm not lagging. I don't get what's causing it. It's just the server, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the problem is, like, with the way the spawn locations and the base positioning works, like, Keen's not going to fall pressure to this. Like, center kind of has to push through the middle. But Keen's got a decent defense. It's like, he can break this, actually. He could probably drop on top of this, or could have a moment ago, but finds a nice position.
Let's see a vision though for the not in range maybe, but yeah, denying that third CC would be a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I'd say so. Auto turret goes down again. Man, Keen's just got Marines everywhere they need to be though. Like, harass is not working at all for center.
Yeah, he's done a really good defense. I've liked a lot of center's move, like kind of.
Oh, tries to break the tank. Oh, it's a little bit aggressive here.
Yeah, he wants to save that command center, and the SV now on the back side should be able to finish it. So.
Yeah. Okay. So center can has to back off. Meanwhile, Keen still has this like, just so sick harass. I can't even get over this damn shit. Like, disgusting.
Yeah, it's not easy to break out of this, and they're not doing a lot of damage to these tanks, but just some damage to the infrastructure is really putting center off his game.
Yeah, I mean, his upgrade's a little bit behind. I don't think he was thinking about this. He was thinking more about tanks. He's finally going to break this. God knows how long later, but, you know, his 30 CCs later as a consequence. There's, like, lots of little things that went on behind this. So Keen may not have done the most direct amount of damage, but, like, while he was harassing, picking up a tech lab, a reactor or two, like, he certainly, I'd say, pissed center off would be a good way to phrase it.
Yeah, pissed him off, but almost surprisingly, if you look at the supply, center up almost by 40, so... you know, killing all those tanks and breaking out was actually very cost efficient for him. And now, oh, he's moving across the map. This is a big army.
It is, and I don't like Keen's positioning here. You can sometimes beat out a lack of supply in TVT with good positioning, but this is not the greatest positioning, I don't feel. Keen has got such a small army to work with. He's constantly leaving like bits of Marines here in the main. Actually, there's a lot of Marines in the main. Siege tank here as well. Oh, there's Doom drop though.
Doom drop.
He's got a boost through the sensor tower, though. Keen's going to see this coming before it even lands. There we go. That's a scary thing to see. Not a lot of turrets here, but it's a lot of Marines. Is it enough?
Yeah.
Tanks unloading. Medevac's still dropping. This is a huge army out of center, but it's coming out one at a time.
Yeah,
drops on top of the tanks, though. I think he's got this, Nameshar. 102 supply over 61. Center just going to split up his army and stim to that mineral line. Center with the auto turner as still behind this.
Oh man, yeah, he just had too much, I guess, right? He just had too much army supply, and Keen was not able to clean it up, and yeah, he's not going to be able to stim up that ram. That's never going to work. Tanks trying to siege on the low ground. They're going to get some good shots off.
I kind of feel like losing the CCs more than enough, though, because production's also going to fall. And Keen might have a third base, but it's not going to matter if you can't build anything from this. GG, Center will take game number 1 in this best of 3.